I'm Ike Eastman. We're here in Kirby, Wyoming. It's in the middle of Wyoming at the Wyoming Whiskey Distillery. Now, this is a weird place to have a distillery. The reason it is here is because the water is perfect for making bourbon. Today, we are going to pick the third bottle of the series of Living Legends. Today, we're gonna pick Goliath's bottle. Now, Goliath was a mule deer that lived on the winter range. Nobody really knew originally where he summered, but he is unique of the three. The reason is he was actually taken by a hunter in Utah. Now, he decreased a little bit. His year before sheds were a lot bigger, the winters were different, but he was the youngest deer of the group as far as age class. He is actually gonna have his own bottle, and we're gonna take the time to taste out of 6 barrels a bottle of whiskey that fits him, his personality, and his legend. So come along with us as we learn about Wyoming whiskey. We do a whiskey tasting. I got the Mule Deer Foundation crew here with me, as well as my own crew. Todd and Brandon are along, and we're gonna pick the perfect barrel for Goliath.
That was a little sweeter for me, to my palate, and I just really liked it a lot.
The whiskey's a bit young to my plate, and if you're thinking about matching the whiskey to the animal, but he was, as Ike said, one of the younger deers.
When I tasted that bourbon the first time, I'm like, this is it.
Yep.
This one's gonna be put in a bottle.
Yeah. We're putting dollars, your dollars, on the ground. We donate most of this barrel goes to the Mule Deer Foundation. They take those bottles and they put them at auction all over Wyoming. Every one of these Mule Deer Foundation banquets, they put them at auction. Only 10% of that goes into the Mule Deer Foundation to manage it. The rest of it goes right straight to the ground. We're talking almost $100,000 worth of money goes straight into the Mule Deer Conservation. So what does that mean? What does Mule Deer Conservation mean? That means habitat improvement. That means overpasses. That means fences. That means everything you can think of to make sure that mule deer continue.
We sat here, we drank a fair amount of bourbon, and we came up with this being the best one to represent Goliath. He did his job. Unfortunately, or fortunately, somebody got to kill him. He wasn't found in a shed. Goliath, you're my hero. You're my favorite deer of the batch.
You're here. We're in Wyoming Whiskey. They have a new shop, a new whiskey shop. You can come in down here in Kirby, Wyoming. If you're going through Wyoming, going to Yellowstone, doing whatever you're gonna do, come to Kirby, Wyoming, walk through the whiskey shop, have a little taste of all the different whiskeys, and then bid on your Popeye, Goliath, Morty at your Wyoming whiskey shop, and bid on those at your Mule Deer Foundation banquet.